Hi Pisces, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. You guys, I know I'm getting this out really late. I mean, it's super late. It's Friday today. But hopefully we can get you some good information to take you into the weekend. And I will resume my regular readings next week. Regular readings consist of love and relationships and also extendeds on Vimeo. I know you guys have been missing them. I've gotten a lot of people requesting those readings back. And I understand. I do. Things have been a little cray-cray lately. What can I say? Things have been cray-cray. All right, let's take a look at what is going on in your energy field, Pisces. I'm feeling a lot of accelerated movement. Okay, which is good, but in a way that is actually propelled by either self-motivation or introspection. The things that you're finding are actually changing how you think, perceive, or feel about situations or people in your life. This is creating a lot of change for you, okay? It's creating a lot of change. Oh, we have one that tipped over. Yeah. Okay, Pisces. Wow, some really crazy, dark, intense cards have been coming out this week, as you guys probably are aware if you watched any of my other readings. Unfortunately, I think it's just a time that people are really reaping the karma that they've sown. Okay, it's as simple as that. People are really reaping the karma that they've sown, or experiencing some harder times in a karmic way so that they can feel better afterwards, right? It's just that time where, things are just like real raw and rough. But look, we have 21, illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. Pisces, this is the energy that I'm feeling for you, okay? There's a lot of acceleration here because you're having to face a lot of your own inner demons. Okay, a lot of your own inner codependency, needy, obsessive, or clingy energies that tell you either can't do something, you shouldn't do something, that you need someone else, or, simply that you're not good enough. Like at any point in your day, if you tell yourself you're not good enough, that's the shadow that you really need to, work through or even just regurgitate and really take a look at it. Take a look at why you feel that way. Illuminating the shadow can also be very intense, okay? This can, for some of you out there, it can be a very intense time to come in your life where you are literally being thrown into some amount of darkness, okay? Darkness and despair. This is oftentimes the card of the dark night of the soul. Okay, so some of you have recently experienced something traumatic. It could be a loss. It can be a situation that you feel has robbed you of your power. Oftentimes, these are the kind of situations that really throw us into our ultimate truth. All right, so whether you've been betrayed, whether you have felt like you've been manipulated, whether, a situation has been unfair, you're really being forced, was what I would like to say, forced to take a look at what you did. Because that's really the distinction here with the shadow element, is that this oftentimes surrounds us with a situation where it's very easy to just go, you did that. You did that. Okay, so I know I'm coming off really intense and kind of comical, but it is a choice, right? It's a victim mentality that you are currently having to face. Whatever situation you're in, I would like to say that for most of you that I'm connecting with, this is your doing, to at least some extent. So if you feel like you're a victim, that is a choice. If you feel like you've been lied to or manipulated, that's something you have to work through. But you have to work through it in reflection to yourself. Why am I experiencing this? What did I do to bring this upon myself? What did I do to get myself in this situation? If I feel like I'm dependent on someone else, why can't I do that for myself? I'm sensing a very clingy energy from this, actually. Someone who to an extreme degree, doesn't look at themselves. doesn't know how to take responsibility or really work for what they want in a lot of ways. It's someone who is quite literally dependent on another for something, and then when that thing doesn't come in, they get really nasty. Now, if you are a cross watcher, or if this is not you, Pisces, you're looking at someone who you've been involved with, who is exposing their darkest, deepest, shadowy, grittiest, ugliest selves to you at this time. And I would like to say to those people that it is never a bad thing. It is never a wrong thing to leave someone who is like this. So if they say you, all right, that's how you have to deal with these people. Wash your hands clean of them. Because it is never a wrong thing to leave a situation like this. And I will just say that for a very specific few of you, I think, who are currently dealing with someone who is sort of like coming out in a really ugly way. I feel that, okay, this actually, I'm just getting a download. This is probably a relationship for some of you who you are currently ending it with. It could have been a really nasty ending. There could have been lies, deceit, betrayal, or codependency. And there is a part of this person who is involved in a situation like this who wants to take accountability, who feels like, okay, yeah, I did say I was going to do that for them. I did say I was going to take responsibility. I did say that I would always be there. Like, fuck me, right? I did say I would always be there, that I would never leave this person. We've all been there. We've all done that. But I would like to say to whomever, I'm connecting with that specific message, that it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to do something different for yourself if you find that this situation specifically is not working out for you. It's not helping you. Because this is a situation that is about this person. It is about this person. Okay? Okay. Just gonna lay it down, put it there. Let's go into the book about this, because I do feel like it's a pretty important message for some of you guys out there, okay? Pisces, simplify the issue, focus on a solution, okay? It can be that simple, right? If you're steeped in your emotions about a very physical, tangible situation, maybe, you guys are breaking up and you have rent that's due. It can be really tangible. That's what you need to focus on, okay? Focus much less on what this person did to you to make you feel a certain way, because ultimately that has nothing to do with them, and that's just point blank what it is. When we understand our shadow, we can fully appreciate the light. We must have both aspects within our spirit to have a meaningful life. Without darkness, how can one fully appreciate the beauty and simplicity of life in all its forms? Once we remove fear and personal doubt, it makes room for love, confidence, and motivation, reclaiming your personal power. Our shadow selves highlight the need to place ourselves first. When we are stuck within our shadow side, we are unable to see the light of day. We become cloudy and foggy with confusion, often forgetting gratitude and compassion through our own selfish moments. Illuminating the shadow is to fully understand our personality and subsequently understand the shadow in others, enabling us to be more considerate of another person's hardships and developing empathy with and compassion for other people. I feel like this person, whoever you're dealing with, Pisces, really lacks compassion, does not have empathy. In fact, I feel a real apathetic energy coming from this. Complete atrophy, apathy. Right now, you are encouraged to illuminate the sections of your personality that are working against your situation. Accept that these challenging aspects are a part of you. Embrace them, love them, and plan how to achieve a form of balance and make this part of your psyche ultimately work for you. Now is the time to focus on a resolution instead of just on the problem or challenge. How did you get here? Acknowledge your current circumstances and focus on how you can achieve a positive outcome. Now is the time to take your personality in line with conscious thought. Apply these balanced characteristics to areas of your life that you could utilize these energies, such as leadership, communication, relationships, employment, and self-talk with your spirit. Once you grow your understanding of your unique personality, you can begin to align your life to nurture and support your goals and personal interests. Shadow aspects of this card are narrow-mindedness, ego-driven action, and cynicism. To eradicate this energy, affirm, I effortlessly create peaceful solutions with my personality. Note that the affirmation has nothing to do with relationships. It has nothing to do, with your current challenges. It has to do with you, your personality. And I think a lot of people, this is going to resonate because maybe there's a problem and you've got to be more of a problem solver than you've ever been. Maybe you have deeply rooted triggers that hinder your success personally and therefore kind of feed or foster negative, codependent, very leechy kind of toxic relationships. That's the kind of vibe I'm feeling, you guys, okay? Yeah, so listen, there's crows on this page, or on this card, as well as a jaguar. So what I feel like, and this is just kind of going out on a limb, intuitively, you guys, I've been very intuitive lately. This crow is all about possession, okay? It's all about, you said that was mine, but that's mine. And I'm getting this sort of freaky energy from the crow. Like, crows are all about possession, right? Getting your claws around that one thing. A lot of, kind of dark or mystic energy around that as well. But then we also have the jaguar, which I feel is a completely different energy surrounding this situation. It's a truly completely different energy surrounding the situation. Though the jaguar may not be perfect, not saying they're perfect, the jaguar is making moves, okay, in the darkness, potentially trusting their intuition so that they can reclaim their power. And I feel like this crow, conversely, is not okay with that. Look what we have on the bottom of the deck. The Emperor. This person is a boss. They're a boss, okay? They have work to do. They're a manager. They're a CEO. They've got lots of things to handle. They're sitting in a pretty good financial situation. The Empress. Are you freaking kidding me? This almost just fell, so I grabbed it, and then the Empress is underneath. The Three of Cups. I mean, there could be a divine union associated with this situation, all right? Whatever. The Emperor is Aries, which is all about self, okay? And I feel like this is absolutely revolving a situation that is a codependent situation, okay? Very manipulative situation, very toxic situation. But I feel that this Emperor is just trying to reclaim their power, be more about themselves, hopefully regain control of their life in a healthy way. A lot of times emperors can try to have control over lots of things, and things can become really rigid and ruthless. But the fact that they appeared on the bottom of the deck means to me that somebody's trying to take these changes in stride and better themselves so that they may be able to build something long-term for themselves later on. Okay, so you have to kind of appreciate that, regardless of how shitty this situation or this person may actually be. Show me what I need to see for Pisces. Show me what I need to see for Pisces in this situation. Show me what I need to see for Pisces in this situation. Yeah, guys, wow. I'm getting a lot of heart chakra energy right now. I'm actually getting kind of nauseous. Like, this is a pretty consuming situation as it stands. Oh, wow. So yeah, I mean, this is very clear. Some of you are really needing to leave a situation that is not serving you. The Five of Pentacles is one of the most codependent, toxic, stagnant energy in the deck in a lot of ways. For what it actually represents, it's the Taurus energy of non-movement. Okay, lack not growing, changing, or prospering. But at the very least, they're not alone. Okay, it's like we have absolutely nothing. Our bones are broken, our clothes are torn, we're cold and we're sick, but hey, at least we've got each other. You know, it is that kind of feeling. So I think someone's really waking up to this, to this sort of energy. The Three of Wands does depict someone who feels a lack of growth, a lack of opportunity, something that really denotes sort of a poor man's mentality, not being able to move forward, at least in this situation or with how things are or have been. And they are wanting this. They are wanting to change this. And so this is a difficult energy to change. It's a difficult energy to change, and that's why I would say that some of you are thinking about just cutting your losses and leaving. This Three of Wands would denote expansion, okay? Leaving or movement, travel. But because it's in reverse, it means that either something may be stopping you from doing that right now, or that these are really undesirable circumstances. Like it's at the last minute, or, you know, blindsided by this change, or someone at least is kind of feeling that way. Okay, so it's understandable. And then we have the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which does denote movement, perseverance, motivation, inspiration to move forward and actually change this situation for the better. What else do I need to see for Pisces? Show me what else I need to see for Pisces. Yeah, there's just a lot of I'm hearing callous, like cold and callous energy coming from this energy surrounding the relationship. I would say that this is a relationship because we have two very, it just speaks volumes of what I was saying. Very codependent, very needy, very leechy. I'm hearing someone's dialogue saying, but you said, and it's almost like a demanding, energy. And I think someone's just kind of had enough of it. Yeah, very callous, very cold, very demanding. But then they kind of use it to their advantage as well. Like, don't leave me here. Don't leave me out in the cold. It's so manipulative, I really would say, guys. I really would say. What else do I need to see for Pisces? Pisces, this is a terrible situation. A terrible situation, but I think that's why you're having to really focus on a solution. It's really not about what this person is doing. If they're leaving you so far out in the cold, then I would say, maybe it is time for you to really address the situation too, because it doesn't seem like either of you are really prospering here. Neither of you have a lot of opportunity here or room to grow. Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and Judgment. I'm just getting, you lied. Like literally, I'm getting somebody feeling completely blindsided by this, or to the extent of demanding, like we were saying, like demanding that this person stay in this situation. And this person, overall, the Three of Cups, is like, I'm out. I've been out already. The intimacy, the love, or the real warm, good feelings have been gone for a long time, and I'm taking the very small and humble, investment that I have left, maybe sacrificing some money as well if you are leaving the situation, maybe because it's been such stagnation and codependency. You could be leaving with less money than you had originally thought. But what it does is it releases you from fear, from attachment, from codependency, from the anxiety, from the worries, from the, worry of betrayal or deceit. It's like this is a nightmarish situation that you are just free of after you just negotiate your terms and figure out, okay, I can probably leave with this much, or I can probably leave them with this much, and feel completely okay about what I've done and what kind of role I've played in this. Because Judgment doesn't mean that you've done a bad thing by leaving the situation. Judgment says, yay, to that person. Because Judgment is saying, finally, okay, now we can resurrect you. Now that you're finally done and you're leaving the situation, you've addressed the shadow, you've addressed the ugly, festy energies surrounding you, now we can talk. Now destiny can really try to give you something good for your efforts. And look at that on the bottom of the deck. We have the Star. This is some powerful change in your life, you guys. I do feel like you will be very successful. Firstly, Judgment comes up as a sort of Lazarus energy to eradicate a situation, maybe by divine intervention. Maybe something that you've realized, maybe something that has come into your life has changed the situation for you, because we have the Star. And I'm sorry about the glare. It's like, where did this sun even come from? We have the Star, which is destiny. Okay, so just know that I think whoever I'm connecting with, you kind of do know this. Like, this has maybe been an ongoing issue. You've maybe been thinking or contemplating on leaving for a while, and it's just finally that feeling like it's the now or never type of feeling. It's like, okay, destiny's calling me. I've got moves to make. I've got to go places and got to go do things. And so there's no wrong or no harm or no foul in doing that, because it does kind of feel like when you do that, you take your power back. This is your judgment day. This is your day of reckoning, so to speak, where if you do and when you do leave this situation, then finally the karma that's associated with judgment can either be given or granted. Okay, so but you have to refine your judgment first. Okay, judgment never comes just, like out of the blue. It's because either you've done some really critical thinking, you've really refined your judgment, you've accumulated so much time or value in a situation, right? So judgment never just pops up. It's always because you deserve it, especially if it's in an upright position. You deserve it. It's good deserving, right? Lazarus sort of bringing life back into you kind of energy. And then overall for that, we have the Three of Cups, which is celebration. It's like, okay, worry free. I can get on with my business. Maybe even collaborate with some other people now that are strong placeholders in the work that they do. Or in relationship, it's kind of a celebratory freedom is what I'm feeling. A liberation, a freedom of space, of time, maybe even of assets, okay? Which I really, really like. Let's see if we can't get any more information for you, Pisces. So yeah, the person who is leaving is truly freeing themselves of just as a bad situation. It is just bad. Let's just put it that way. It's just bad. As I say that, we have the Four of Swords and the Sun in reverse. So look, as you leave this situation, you're going to need some time to really recover from this. Okay, for whatever reason, I just feel like some of you are really with a nasty individual who may actually try to sabotage your success afterwards, because the Sun is about your new beginning. It's about your new beginning, and for whatever reason, I think though you have this Three of Cups, this situation is going to take its toll on you. It really is. So you may be down and out for the count. You may have loss of hope even after this situation because of what it's actually taken from you. It's taken from you too much, to be completely honest. So the Four of Swords is needing to go into hermit mode, okay? Needing to really relax, needing to be on your own, maybe in solitude for a while, really figure out how to get back up on your feet and have the energy of the Sun, okay? This is a very masculine energy, and when we are in toxic relationships, oftentimes there's an overload of masculinity. There is an overload of masculinity, which can oftentimes really deplete our emotional bodies, our spiritual bodies, our bodies that are feminine in nature, which are all about growing, right? Nurturing, taking care of our well-being. Even family kind of dynamics and relationships can kind of suffer after something like this has passed, because we're still in that healing, needing to heal our emotional bodies, needing to heal our feminine bodies. And so it is kind of a serious message for some of you guys that you are really leaving quite, a sinkhole of a situation where it could have actually brought you down quite a ways before spitting you back out. And so I would like to say that for some of you who have been involved with a person like this or a situation, what has happened is turned really nasty, and it's okay to not invest in anything right away. That's all I want to say, is it's okay to just take the time that you need, because your energy is so depleted afterwards. But it's really nothing personal. It's really nothing personal necessarily, but it does feel personal because you have to make all of these changes for yourself. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of you might realize, like, I kind of did sabotage myself there a little bit. I did kind of, drag it on for a little bit too long. I lost a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. That can absolutely happen. So I'm curious about Judgment and the Sun. Those are the two major arcanas we have. I feel like for whatever reason, a lot of you are going to be leaving this situation, and it's almost just not going to feel like a big deal that you're leaving this person. The Fool on the bottom of the deck. I mean, I hate to say it, but I kind of feel like that there's just, there's just not a lot of, compassion there. There's not a lot of, real love, It's a lot of just I need. It's just a lot of I need. And so after you get done with the storm and really put that behind you, I don't feel any regrets over this love or this person. In fact, I think it's more about how low you had to sink with this situation before you left. That's the kind of feeling I'm feeling. It's more self-reflectant than regretful of your role. I don't feel like you guys actually regret leaving or leaving the person. All right, let's look at Judgment. Judgment for Pisces, please. Which, I think that's for the best because, of course, nobody wants to stay in a toxic situation and not be able to leave. There's this feeling like I kind of have to leave. It's going to be good. It's going to be, even if the other person doesn't see it, I think someone realizes it's going to be good. This is going to be good. It has to happen. It needs to happen. So let's look at Judgment. Oh, snap. Whoa, okay. Yeah. Judgment and the Six of Swords. This is moving on. This is quite literally, there's no other way to put it. Moving toward chaos and going toward peace. Or moving from chaos and going toward peace, excuse me. So yeah, there's been a lot of really heavy mental energies just about this situation, and I think it's caused you a lot of stress. It's drained you, maybe not even from your pocketbook necessarily, but also your energy resources, your peace of mind. And so, that just goes hand in hand with what I was saying. It is worth the financial or material loss, if that applies, to just get out. That's kind of how it seems to me for whoever I'm connecting with, is it's not worth what this is. And so you eventually take yourself, your possessions or your belongings and your precious keepsakes, if that applies, and you just leave. And it's really that simple. And that's when things really begin to soften for you. That's when things really begin to cool out afterwards. So look at who we have again, the Emperor, Aries, also Taurus, Major Arcana, number 4. This is about establishing a firmer foundation in your life. That's what it is. It's about establishing a firmer foundation in your life, knowing when and where to give as much as you do, having much more of a awareness, of assets or resources. And, that's involving energy too. If this person just kind of sucked you dry of energy, it's like you're much more in control of yourself afterwards. And that's what I really like to see. Let's take a look at the Sun. Please clarify the Sun. Please clarify the Sun. Yeah, I'm honestly, there's energy around this just of no regret. If you guys are having resistance to leaving, that is your own shadow you're having to face. But just as all shadow is, it's an illusion. There is really no fear afterwards. There is such alleviation, no regrets, no remorse. It just feels so freeing, to be completely honest. Just such a release here. Please clarify the Sun. Please clarify the sun. Show me what I need to see. Interesting. 2 of Wands. Then the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Yeah, you know, there's, I think, 2 options here on the board for you guys. It's almost as if there's 2 people, actually, because this side is release and free and working through with a refined judgment, moving to clarity and peace. Real freedom and liberation coming off this side. But this side is not happy and very drained. And so this could be the other person, their energy, or just the situation as a whole, because this 2 of Wands shows me that they're not taking action to make the situation better. So where there is the sun, this would say that, you know, they may fear not being safe, secure, taken care of. They may feel like they don't have the energy, you know, to do the things that they really need to do, because the sun has so much fire behind it that if it's in reverse, it kind of feels like they feel they just can't, or they're unable. And so maybe this person needs rehab. Maybe this person needs to just check out for a while and really rest. But I kind of get the vibe that this is very self-sabotaging, actually. Because the 2 of Wands denotes having options, but not taking them. Refusal, and that's sort of the energy that I was picking up with the shadow work, is that this person has claimed and is really adamant about being a victim. You can't help a person like this, and I just want to ram that home with someone. Being a victim is a choice. It is a freaking choice. So if they are so stubborn and possessive of their own shadow that they can't let it go, and they've got to just be really steeped deep in that victim mentality, claiming they have no options, they have no energy, they have no voice, they have no whatever. You know, Pisces, this may be a situation that really sucks, because even if you feel like someone took advantage of you or manipulated you, I see here a strong shadow element potentially within yourself that really wants to be convinced that they have no power, no choice, no voice, no options in this situation. Okay? So let's go even further. I want to know about the sun. I want to know about the sun. I feel like this person, if this isn't you, Pisces, that's all right. If this is you, that's all right. But I feel like this person has had multiple options, time and time again, or lots of time, because the sun also reminds us 1 year cycle, 1 year, one cycle around the earth. You know, it's like there could be even children involved that this person has sort of neglected their responsibility for in a lot of ways. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, this person is a neglectful parent or, you know, has issues around there, but it just kind of seems like this person hasn't taken their job or their role or their energy seriously. They want to remain a child, and in a way I feel like this person is kind of stunted. You know, this person may actually be kind of stunted in the way that they just can't process things. It's a weird energy. It's a really weird energy now that's coming from that. The sun, please. sun, please. Clarify the sun, please. Why is the sun here? Too many, my goodness. Let's put this back. Yeah, there's that nauseous feeling again. Ooh. Wow. Yeah. This situation has been in evolution for a while now, I'm guessing. And whoever's leaving, I feel like, is coming through as this King of Wands, very fiery, putting the toxic energy to rest. Because they realize there's no room for growth, and truly this person's shadow, I will say this, and it's kind of creepy the way this is coming through, but this person's shadow and issues, codependency, addictive tendencies, manipulation, obsession to an extent, you know, whatever the case may be, it is a ball and chain, and this shadow is being completely illuminated. I mean, it literally feels like this sun energy is super illuminating to all of the options that this person has previously had, all of the action that they could have taken, all of, you know, their self-sabotaging ways, or just, I'm almost getting just straight up fear of success. Like they don't trust themselves in a lot of ways. So this king is coming through knowing that about this person, and almost breaking it off with them so that they can face their shadow, so that they can face those issues. You know, in a lot of ways, I think this person is breaking free of this situation, not out of hate. You know, this King of Wands is very self-sufficient, very self-motivated, has new inspiration, new motivation, really wants to be better. The Queen and King of Wands are in an upright position, dedicated to expanding their lives, dedicated to success, dedicated to being better. Okay, and they realize that this devil energy, this thing, this ball and chain, this really difficult toxic shadow has just literally been holding them back. And they're not okay with it anymore because they're realizing they're losing out on options because of this person's lack mentality or victimization. Wow. King of Wands could be Aries, Aries, I almost said Capricorn, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and the devil is the Capricornian energy. But because it's in reverse, I would like to say that this king has made a really, really wise choice. This king is probably looking a lot at their finances. Their king is probably looking at their business opportunities. There seems to be this entrepreneurial sort of enterprising energy coming from the King of Wands. And so I think this is a true expansive energy that either wants to make a name for themselves, wants to, you know, create a stronger reputation, feel better about where they stand in their own life. It's very independent. And so, you know, if this is resonating with your current situation, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles, you guys, because I think these dynamics can go both ways at certain points of this situation. The relationship has a really strong tug and pull on it. Okay, really strong tug and pull, and that's maybe why this chain has just been going back and forth for so long, you know, but someone is like yanking, right? This is definitely a yanking back because it's necessary, Oh my God, and look in the world on the bottom of the deck. I mean, this is going to open up a lot of avenues, you guys. I would just like to reiterate that one more time. The shadow, you know, is where we are when we are in devil energy, when we don't see things clearly, when, you know, the illusion, the facade, or just simply the comfort, the energy of not changing something because we either need it, you know, or have to have it, or just desire it so much that it becomes unhealthy in any way. This is the energy of the devil. So this has been broken. And we have two Capricornian energies here. So some of you could have Capricorn in your chart. I do see a bit of Earth coming up. But the devil and the world. Okay, so once you get through the devil, you literally have the world. So it can translate quite simply to some of you like that. Breaking free of the devil will open up a lot of opportunity for you. This is a Saturnian energy of karma. Okay, so some of you do deserve better. And I think you're just realizing that. Some of you do deserve better. Okay. So thank you guys. I hope that you appreciated this message, and I will see you next week. Enjoy. Bye-bye.